YouTube, JamieTheKid00 here, coming to you guys with a card review. I haven't done one of these in about a year, maybe even 2 years, since I last did a review for Underworld 6667 and their competition for the next great YouTuber back when I had 1,000 subscribers. So this is going to be something that's quite new to me, and I'm sorry if I do ramble, but I'm here to bring you guys a review on a few cards which are quite special to me, because they're absolutely insane and I've been making them all the time, and that's number 101, Silent Honor ARK. Silent Honor ARK is a card, and I will read his effect. It's a card from the new set, from Legacy of the Valiant, EN047, for those of you who want to look it up on any websites. He's an Aqua, rank 4 Xyz that takes 2 level 4s. His effect reads, you can detach 2 Xyz materials from this card, then target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls in face-up attack position. Attach it to this card as face-up Xyz material. You can only use this effect of number 101 Silent Honor ARK once per turn, and if this face-up card would be destroyed, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card instead. Now, this card is probably one of the most hyped up cards in the set, other than, of course, the Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, which everyone knows and despises. I'm here to try and talk about the plus points and the minus points of this card. There really aren't that many minus points. And I had originally written up a whole text document about it on my computer that I was going to power it, so I had a script. But sadly, I ended up deleting that, so that's gone. So, we're here to kind of improv this. So, first appearance, so this card is a lot like Maestroke. It has a Maestroke-like effect that stops it being destroyed by detaching a material. But it's like an aggressive Maestroke. The main way I found myself using this card is, of course, to absorb stuff up. It's really great at taking stuff which is self-protecting. So, things that say, oh, this card can't be destroyed by card effects or by battle, or can't be returned, like all sorts of things like that. This card gets around so many clauses, it's not even funny. And this is also a really cheap way of getting around really expensive monsters like Star Eater and even shooting Quasar Dragon. This card can get around so many different things that cost your opponent so many resources. And I've really found this card changing the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played. Something I've noticed, I'm just going to move these over here. These are for later, don't worry, they are here for a reason. Something I've realised is now you have to really change the way you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Whereas before, with things like Dracosac, things that are quite expensive cards and very self-protecting, you could just be very obnoxious and often summon your Dracosac in attack position without having any fear of reprisal. You know, go your Dracosac, get your 2 tokens, and you're sorted. You know, this card isn't going anywhere. Now, with cards like number 101 Silent Honor ARK, you're free to go, okay, you've made your Dracosac and you've been silly enough to leave it in attack mode. I'm going to summon my Honor ARK and then just Xyz with it. And just take it away. Like, there's nothing you can do. Sure, the Dracosac can be destroyed, but I'm not destroying it. I'm taking it and attaching it as an Xyz material to my Honor ARK. And I've actually been able to do this, and it's happened quite a lot, and there have been so many situations where people have been leaving things that should have been in defense mode, like Big Eyes. On the turn they use their effect, you should have summoned that in defense mode, because now Honor ARK is a thing, and I'm going to take it for free. So, like, this card really changes the way you should be playing the game and the way you should be summoning things. If you're not going to be attacking with that thing, and it can self-protect, keep it in defense, honestly, because it will die. It will lose to this. If you think your opponent has the resources, or they have the capacity to build this, to make this in their deck, please do change the way you play around this. Another thing that I've realised about this card is it's Big Eye Wars 2.0. There are so many situations where you can go, summon this guy, take their guy, and then your opponent goes, okay, my turn, like summon Wolfbark, make this, take your one, Xyz, and then you lose, because they took your guy, and then you've got to try and kill it twice, because of course it can then detach the other one to save itself. So it's a really awkward card, and it can lead to Big Eye Wars, and there have been situations, especially against Fire Fist on Dueler Network, where if I really want the Tiger King off board, but I know they have a Wolfbark, I will often just go, make this, take the Tiger King or whatever I'm taking, and make it in defense. Because yes, they can swing over it, but I'd rather have it swung to pieces than fuel a 101, in my opinion. So like, I guess that might be flawed logic, but I really just don't like falling into the Big Eye Wars with this card, so I have found myself making it in defense quite a lot. So those are kind of the key things I want to talk about. The only other things I really wanted to criticize about this were its interactions with Effect Veiler and Fiendish Chain. This card gets hit really, really hard with Veiler and Fiendish Chain because you detach 2 as a cost. If this card gets Veilered or Chained, this card is almost useless, if not completely useless. The only deck which can make this card good again is Heraldics, the new Heraldic deck. by putting materials back on it and salvaging it. But at the moment, this is just, it's really, really susceptible to Veiler. So if you can, try and make plays that will bait out the Veiler. I personally play this in Mermails, and I really, really try my hardest to make Pike Turge plays before I make this, to try and bait out any Veilers or Fiendish Chains that may slow me down, that may stop this. And I also try to marksman those things away. So if you can, have an MST in hand to support this card, or just a way to generally support it, because you will get yourself effect veilered, and it hurts. It really hurts on this card. Another thing, we're now going to move on, because that's all I really wanted to say on that card, I guess. I'm going to move on to something that I've been having a lot of fun with, and that is his counterpart, which I want to quickly review. Number C101, Silent Honor Dark. This is the Chaos Xyz variant of number 101, and I will read his effect out to you. You bring him out using almost any rank up magic that pushes a guy up by a level. And his effect reads, if you wanted to summon him by conventional means, he will take you 3 level 5 monsters. He's a rank 5 Xyz, who reads, once per turn, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls. This is in any position. It's better than this because this requires attack position. This guy doesn't require any position. You target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls. Attach it to this card as a face-up Xyz material. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard while it has Xyz material, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, then gain life points equal to the original attack of this card. Number 101, Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, must be in your graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. If this card is special summoned this way, it cannot attack for the rest of this turn. Sorry, I kind of stumbled there a little bit because I was used to the way the Japanese wording was, which says, when there is a 101 engraved, this guy comes back, basically. So I was like, hang on, why is there a new paragraph talking about 101? But I forgot that we hadn't read the clause yet. So, C101 is really, really awesome. Mainly because his effect doesn't actually require him to detach a material. So he can attach a guy off of your opponent for free, which is crazy. So basically, if your opponent is silly enough to keep feeding you special summon monsters, or has enough on the field that you can abuse, this card can go, okay, comes out, Om-Nom one of their guys, and like attach it as an Xyz material, so I'll just use one of these Honor Arcs as a guy. So you've attached that as an Xyz material, then you can be reckless with this guy, he dies, and then you can immediately res him, and then main phase 2, take one of their cards back, and attach it to it as a new Xyz, and he's coming back again. And every time he comes back, you gain 28, which is insane. So, I really, really like this card. I'm actually currently building a deck that can make this. And I really love the fact that its effect is a lot different from other Chaos Xyz's, in that it doesn't have to be over this. So if you go, if you make Limited Baryons, if you play Limited Baryons Force, you can do some incredible plays late game. One of my favourite plays for, just for pure survivability, is to go, this guy. If you've got a 101 engraved, you can go this guy, nuke their board, and then Limited Baryons Force over it into this. And then you can just start surviving with this card, and then bringing it back because of the 101. And your opponent is probably going to have to special summon to kill this, so they special summon, kill this, and then he comes back, and then takes their guy, and then he becomes resable. So that's really, really nice interaction, and I just really like the way that works. Anyway, I'm running out of camera space. There's probably a lot more I should say about this card, but my kind of final moral of the story is that I want to say about 101, Silent Honor Arc, is this should really be changing the way you play. You should really be playing around this a lot. It is a lot like the Big Eye Wars from Dragon Ruler format, so please do learn your ways to counteract this card, because it will really, really hurt you. I've been playing this, and people have just been giving away games by just summoning Dracos in attack, summoning all sorts of things in attack. So, yeah. Just read this card, fear this card, understand that it's really good, and if you don't have one already, honestly pick one up, because it's probably one of the best things you'll ever invest in this game, because this card is insane. It's currently sitting about £20, which is about, I think, $30, $35, so pick this up. Yeah, that's about everything I wanted to say. Thanks for watching my card review on C101 and number 101. I really enjoyed this, and I really have enjoyed playing these cards. They're really awesome cards, and I look forward to bringing you guys a deck profile based around these guys. So yeah, that's about everything I wanted to talk about. This has been Jamie the Kid 00, and I will see you guys with some more Yu-Gi-Oh related content very soon. Peace out.